You know, the hardest thing ever, trying so hard at something that you want to read so badly. You just try so hard and so hard. Whether you want someone, something, dream, a goal in mind, and then you start to break down so heavily. Start to feel hurt. Start to feel lost. Start to feel so much pain inside your heart. And no matter how much pain you have, you still continue on doing things you want to do. That's where I'm at right now. Like when you bottle up so much pain, everything releases all at once. You can't have too much on your plate. And it's hard to think about that. You just try so hard for something, anything, and it's like, how hard do you have to keep trying? And keep trying hard, and it's never gonna work out. You're never gonna do this. It's like you and you alone only. Like everything that's balled up in your mind, it's like, oh, you're gonna be defeated. You're not good enough. You're not the best. It's like the inner demons that tell you in your mind that you're not gonna be good enough in life. You're not gonna be the best, or you're not gonna find the best thing, or you're not gonna get the best kind of resource you can possibly have. Because when you're broken, you have nothing left. It's like only you and you alone. You bottled up so much pain and you gotta fight it each day. It's the hardest thing to do. It's hard, I'm not gonna lie, it's very hard out there. Anyone in the world, you fight yourself daily. It's daily, that's what it is. Just a constant fight with yourself. That's the biggest enemy of every lifetime. It is very hard. I think like the hardest thing is like losing your mindset or losing who you were at first. You know, you think everything's nice and beautiful, but then, you know, it can flow so beautifully and then it can crash in an instant. That's life right there. Life teaching you a lesson. And it's sad but true. You know, that's when people say the truth hurts. It really does hurt. It hurts badly. And it's the hardest thing to handle. Really one of the hardest things. Start to break down, you start to cry, start to not feel the need, not feel great the way you used to be. Because you keep getting hurt either by others or your own mindset. Mainly your own mindset. It's like the hardest thing to avoid. Your mind is the greatest tool ever that God has gifted. It can cause so much damage and havoc in your mind. It's hard. So hard. And it leads you to a point where like you don't have that will strength, you don't have that power, you don't have the things that you need, you don't have what others want or what they need in you. It's like no, it's like it's always about that. When you're focusing so hard on yourself and you push yourself to the top, it drains you, does. It drains the crap out of you. It really does. And when you're in a rough time like this, fighting is the only best option that makes sense. Fighting meaning fighting to the top, fighting to grind, fighting to never give up, fighting to put in the efforts and time into yourself. That's where the most beauty stands at. You know, a lot of us, I know people around the world, or I can say a lot of us have cried at nighttime. Not feeling amazing or not feeling great about themselves. Seeing a message from someone you don't want to see. A loved one hurting you. Your love, your first love, your crush, anyone hurt. When you constantly keep getting those no's and denies, you get the courage to keep going still, no matter how bad it hurts. Until you get that one yes. That's when things get beautiful. I know people say pain is temporary, but how long can pain really hold you? Hold you accountable for things? Hold you the mindset, or hold you from something you need to get to? That's That's the deepest question to ask. It's like randomly, it's like 6 a.m. I woke up randomly and I'm talking about stuff like this. I kind of felt like emotional damage, but did not too much of it, you know? The things I gotta speak out and say. Better to speak out than hold everything in you have inside you. Discipline is hard, but it teaches you something great. It teaches the value and the characteristics of a person, especially within yourself. We always forget that. It's deeply, deeply like that. No, the world ain't beautiful and all, but it can beat you down so badly that would leave remarks on yourself and around you. Cruel world out here. Very cruel. Get damaged like that. Know your heart or your mindset, your spirit broken, is wounded, picking up the pieces together to reconstruct it again. That's where the beauty comes. Finding yourself within. That's what I'm here to talk about. Things that happen on a daily basis on people's minds. Thinking about how hard is it. But if you're not thinking about how determined and willing you're willing to get to the top, that's how you make things beautiful in life. That's how you make it. I know my voice sounds broken, but when you're broken to the bottom of the rim, get that strength in you. Just to not give up, not give in. Because when you're giving up, the only person you're hurting is yourself. Same thing when people talk about, committing suicide. People fail to realize that if you do that, only hurting the other person next to you even more. Cause and damage isn't a question. Damage only teaches you the courage to become better. Truth of reality. If you guys like this video, it's Hip Hop 24. I'm letting you guys know all you guys are amazing and beautiful. Keep following your dreams. Make those dreams into goals and eventually become beautiful reality. That's where I stand at, just for everyone else. Until then, I'll see all you guys. Stay safe, stay happy. Peace out, homies. Love all you guys.